Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Well, it is a nice Monday morning here on the mountain in Costa Rica, and I love Monday mornings. Most people don't like Monday mornings, but then again, I'm like an opposite. To me, they're new possibilities, beginnings. There's just nothing I don't like about Mondays. Over the holiday weekend, the Easter weekend, I was out of food after dinner last night, so I had to make a run this morning. And now I'm just getting my day started at about 10:30. Had to catch up on eating a little bit. I hadn't eaten anything. So anyhow, as you see, this is going to be a raw vegan challenge, and this is going to be a video I'm going to want you to share because this is just kind of a challenge for everybody. And as I get into the video, you will see how like everybody I think can benefit from this, whether they're fully raw vegan or even trying to be fully raw vegan or trying to be vegan or trying to be fruitarian. So anyhow, I do videos like this every day, so if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you'd go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. And when you hit it, click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. All right, before I even get started, let me just go ahead and show you my food haul for the day because, I'll tell you about it.
Okay, I've been pretty much basically eating the same thing since I got back on Wednesday night. Lots of mangoes, and as you can see, these are all ready. There's no ripening here. These are like perfect, epic mangoes. Now, even though the bananas look quite spotted, there's some ripening to do in some of those bananas, but there's enough to eat for today, and I think they'll be just absolutely perfect tomorrow. I think I'll probably be able to freeze a few tonight. And as I've been doing for dinner since I've been back, I've just been getting big heads of lettuce. I will probably eat both of those big heads of lettuce and blend a mango and red pepper dressing. So basically that's almost all the food I've had in my house since I've been back is lettuce, bananas, and mangoes. So.
Okay, as I said, this is going to be a very simple challenge, and this should be a challenge to everybody. The timing is just right. I think, what's the date today as I'm filming this video? This is April the 16th. It means that most people are just going to continually to ease into spring, into summer, are going to get into warmer weather, which means that you're going to be outside more, you're probably going to be more active, and you're going to have more fresh fruit available to you. So all this challenge is about. This challenge is for everybody, whatever level you're at, however raw you are, how much fruit you're eating right now. This challenge is just simply to challenge yourself to get more whole fruits and vegetables into your body. And maybe just up your game a little bit. And who knows, maybe you stumbled across this lifestyle. Maybe you're like a lot of us before we ever came to this lifestyle, and your idea of eating fruit is maybe every other day or so you'll eat a banana. You know, maybe you don't even eat fruit every day. So your start might just be eating fruit every day. Your start might be if you're totally living in the standard American diet, maybe you don't eat any fruit. I mean, I know I ate fruit before I came to this lifestyle, but I don't think I ate fruit every single day. It wasn't like a priority. It was just kind of filler, something I knew in my head was good for us, but I was, a little bit here and there. So if you're not eating any fruit, maybe progress would even be getting in 5 pieces of fruit a day, 6 pieces of fruit a day. If you're maybe you've never been raw till lunch. Maybe you're not even familiar with this raw thing. Now, raw till lunch, that should pretty much be doable for anybody. I'm thinking like even back in the day, I probably could have woken up from a hangover. I probably could have woken up from a really tough night out and done raw till lunch. Okay, so really that is super remedial. Like just to do it from up until noon, you can eat as much as you want. You can make smoothies. I'm trying to focus now these days. I'm focusing more on eating my fruit and eating the whole version. But I'm not one of those, oh my God, it's going to tear it up if you blend, blah, blah, blah. We're just trying to get more healthy stuff into our body. I'm not trying to be one of those fanatics about like, oh, and if it rotates more than 100 times, it oxidizes this and this, blah, blah, blah. The people that make you go blank and bore you to death. But wherever you're at, maybe, like I say, if you've never been raw till lunch, be raw till lunch. Challenge yourself, and it doesn't have to be some deep dark detox or something that's going to be that hard to hang on to, just push yourself a little bit. Challenge yourself a little bit. Raw till noon. Maybe you've never been raw till dinner. Figure out eat more fruits, be raw till dinner. Maybe you've never been raw a whole day in your life. I see a lot of people that are actually doing a good bit of raw that have been around this lifestyle. I've heard people say like they can't get through one day. I mean, that's just a mind thing right there. Forget all the, and we don't have to get into arguments over whether there are food addictions, whether there aren't, or any of the anything else that goes into that. That's just a mind thing if you're telling yourself, I can't even be raw for a day. I mean, going back to like, you know, if I could probably do raw till noon, even with a hangover back in the day, I think I could do raw for one day. No matter what my physical state was, it's for one day. So much of the stuff is like, listen, it psychs you out. A lot of the reason why people don't succeed on the raw vegan lifestyle, high carb vegan lifestyle, or anything they do when it comes to their health is they try to take on these bigger challenges. Like, I'm going to be raw forever. I'm going to be fully raw. Everything must be raw. I'm going to only eat this. I'll never eat this again. I'm always going to eat like that. And as I've mentioned a number of times on this channel, always and never are some very intimidating words to have in our vocabulary. And I think that's what psychs people out, is not so much like, come on, I'm sorry. Yes, anybody, I don't care what you ate yesterday, anybody should be able to do raw for a whole day without their body freaking out, especially if you can eat as much as you want to do. So, like I say, be aware that there's some boundaries out there that are just mental, and you're putting those boundaries on yourself. You know, but like I say, the point being here is not for me to determine it for you, not for anybody else to determine it for you, but it's just to start working now to get more raw food into your diet. Because that's something I think we can all agree on. Like, everybody, you don't have to strive to be a fully raw vegan. You don't have to strive to be a raw vegan. You don't have to strive to be a high raw vegan. But I think everybody, and I talk to enough raw till 4 people and enough people that do other versions of the vegan lifestyle, the high carb vegan lifestyle, and I think everybody, whether they're all in or not, sees the value of having more raw, living, whole plant foods, fruits, vegetables, leafy greens in our diet. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that's disagreeing and saying, no, we don't need any raw whole foods in our life. So let me just check my notes, you know how I always do. Oh, and another thing, here's something you can use, and we talked about this, I talked about this in a recent video, talking about how you build yourself up, and you have these small victories, like you set smaller goals, and these small victories build momentum. Well, you can do that same thing. This challenge is perfect for that. And it's not like a big challenge where everybody's doing the thing. Just challenge yourself, and you can continuously challenge yourself. You can challenge yourself every day, every week, every month. However often you can find a challenge that you feel like is appropriate for you. For instance, let's say you've never done raw till noon. Never done raw till noon. Okay, well, that's the easy starting spot. You decide today, I'm going to do raw till noon. Boom, you get to raw till noon, you've already accomplished one of your goals. You've already accomplished a challenge. That's a win. That's a mark in the victory column. Now you're feeling good about yourself. You were successful. You went raw till noon. You could even extend your challenge in that very day, or you could do it the next day, 2 days away, a week away, whenever you feel. Then all of a sudden you could say, well, you know what, that wasn't so bad. I think I'm going to go raw till dinner. If you've been high raw so far, if you're on a high carb lifestyle anyway, maybe if you've never been raw for a full day, well then, if you're already high carb, that should be fairly easy, but do it for a day. If you've never done it for 2 days in a row, 3 days in a row, 4 days in a row, a week in a row, just push your boundaries, your limits, little by little, and you might see yourself just slowly, you know, if you kind of keep challenging yourself. Maybe you do it that first time and you're like, okay, I was raw all day today. Let's see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to be raw till dinner, and then we'll see what happens. Then you get to dinner, then you're all raw tomorrow. And you go 2 days. Maybe on the 3rd day, you're like, you know what? I really want some cooked food for dinner tonight. No problem. You eat your cooked food. You've just had 2 days of being fully raw, which was what you were trying to do, which was your challenge. Then you can be satisfied with that. Or you can start another challenge whenever. You can say, okay, now I'm ready. I'm going to go for a week. Now I'm going to extend it. Now I'm going to be fully raw for a month. Maybe you're never going to be fully raw. Maybe you're striving to be raw till dinner, raw till 4, raw till 6, raw till whatever, for a week. You can do that same mentality too, like I'm going to be fully raw until dinner for 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, a week. It's all about you, and it's all about just moving forward, being healthier, and eating more fruits and vegetables. That's what this lifestyle boils down to, and that's why I always want to keep the message super uber simple on my channel and not get caught up in all the snake oil and the things you need to buy to cleanse yourself and make you feel better and this and that. This is the whole plant foods, the fruits. They're what give us what we need. And then you can just get out of the way. The body knows what it needs to do to clean itself, to maintain itself, to run itself at a high level of energy. All we have to do is really give it the fuel, give it the proper fuel, and get out of the way. So think about it. Start where you are today. Challenge yourself, challenge your friends, challenge your families, and don't be heavy-handed. Don't try to push them into being a fully raw vegan. This is kind of a way to ease them down the lane. It's kind of like dropping those crumbs, dropping crumbs or dropping treats along the way and having them follow you into the rabbit hole. Don't even talk about raw vegan. Don't talk about fully raw vegan. Just kind of challenge them like, hey, we're going to eat more fruits this week. How's that? And maybe you cut up whatever you've got around there. Maybe you make them some nice cream, whatever, make it fun for them. But, let's try to include as many people as possible. Let's be as inclusive as possible and educate this world on the plant-based lifestyle. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Like I said, I would really appreciate it if you would share this one, share wherever, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.